Morning, broadcasters. Welcome to another feature of 360 Seconds, the latest news and commentary for broadcast professionals. My name is Pax Moore, here reporting for TKT 1957. Let's discuss the latest news in technology with our respected expert, Philip Grossman. Don't forget to give the program a like and subscribe. So Zero Density will showcase its expanded graphics ecosystem at IBC 2024. Philip, what are your thoughts on this? Do you have any opinions? Well, how are you feeling about this?
Yeah, so I think what's interesting, we're seeing, well, in general, our industry has changed over the last 8 years or so, where COTS hardware has really come up and been far more performant than the custom hardware we had to build in the past. So it's lowered the cost. It's allowed more players into the market space, and so this is a perfect example where they're really building an ecosystem. In this case, for the game engine world, which we're using now a lot within our 3D space, extended virtual reality, extended reality, on-screen graphics, really creating a much more compelling storytelling experience, especially in the live environment. And of course, we need tools to do that. And by adopting higher performance GPUs and sort of putting it all together in a ecosystem, making it easier for organizations to adopt it, I think it's excellent. I hope to see more. To some extent, you get a lot of static in the system when these things become easier, but at the same time, you also open it up to those who may not have had the means in the past to be able to afford the hardware or to build their own systems to do this, to buy a package system. So overall, I think it's a great thing for the industry, and I'm excited to see where they go. I'm actually going to stop by and visit them. Have some clients that might have some interest in their tech at IBC next week.
Awesome. Wow. Okay, in other news, we have two new C-Tech P133 Pros and P215 Pro. So the director's monitors are designed for broadcast studios and live production applications. Do you have any thoughts on this, Philip?
Yeah, so FEELWORLD is a relatively newcomer in the monitor industry. They've actually been making some really nice monitors, and they're, am I doing a $100 million budget film with these monitors? Probably not. But this does provide, again, for the up and coming filmmaker or small television environment or university based television system, the ability to have a really good, high performing, relatively inexpensive. I think they're about $500 and $700 roughly for the 13 versus the 21-inch, bringing a professional grade, meaning that the capabilities that these monitors provide on set to the average customer who in the past couldn't afford these things. So again, these are tools that are really helping as more and more people create media, hopefully helps them create better media, so we have more and better things to watch. So I'm excited to see what these monitors look like. Again, going to visit them at IBC and see how good they. I mean, the brightness levels on these monitors. One's I think they're both 1,000 nits. Contrast ratio on the 13-inch or the 21, I think it's the 21-inch, is slightly lower, 800 to 1 versus 1,000 to 1. So they do provide, HDR capabilities in terms of the specs. And supports various different LUTs. So again, providing that broadcast, that professional level capability to up and coming or smaller production companies that just don't have the budgets yet. So again, excited to see what they're doing.
Awesome. And in some NetOn.Live news, they have new capabilities that include an enhanced sport workflow and a universal multi-viewer. Do you have any thoughts on this one? Is this something that piqued your interest at all?
Yeah, so this type of organization, this software is really sort of a shining example of what we're able to do now that the ability of COTS-based common off-the-shelf hardware is able to do. I'm now able to basically build my own production studio or production capabilities out of smaller computer models or modules, software modules. So you can sort of pick and choose the things you need to to build your production environment, you need 1 player, 2 player, 4 players. It's all software based. So this really enables, again, in the past, we had to have very complicated hardware, very expensive hardware that had a shelf life to some extent, will only last 5 to 7 years before the capabilities couldn't be upgraded, where this is all software based. So it really is, again, enabling smaller production companies that professional level of what we used to do in hardware and software to really help them produce better content. And at the end of the day, that's really what we're looking for, is better content. YouTube is great. There's some great channels on this. This type of tech will enable them, I believe, to go from that standard, basic YouTube model to a professional broadcaster. At a much lower cost. And at the same time, that investment can extend over time because it is only software. So can't wait to see what they have to offer at IBC as well.
Right. Well, many thanks to our expert, Philip Grossman, team at TKT, and everyone that supports. Don't forget to leave a comment and like, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.